Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do part 3, adding targets or enemies. Let's go. Okay, so we have to write a script to react to the targets, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we need to modify in the shooting code to notify the target when hit. Okay, so we want our target to know when it gets hit. Then write a script on the target to react when notified. So those are the two steps. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is make a new cube. So you're going to grab your project, you're going to say game object, 3D object, you're going to make a cube. Okay, I already have. He's right there. We're going to name that cube enemy, and you're going to set him up. His scale is 1 to 1, so he's a little bit taller than he is wide, and then you're going to set his position up there and there. Okay, so you're going to have your guy who looks kind of like that. Okay, and then you're going to rename him enemy. That should be a capital E right there, enemy. Okay, create a reactive target script. Okay, so create a new script and call it reactive target. So we're going to come over here, we're going to go assets, create C#, and we're going to call it reactive target. Okay, and attach that to the enemy game object, but for now, we're not going to add any code to it yet. But we need it so that the next step will work, right? So go ahead and make your code called reactive target. You're going to make it part of enemy, right? So drag reactive target onto your enemy so that it's part of it, and then we'll add some code to that later. But now we're going to modify the shooting code. So we're going to go open up our ray shooter and modify it with the following code. Okay, so if target is not equal to null, so we're adding this. So here's what our script's going to look like now. Okay, so here's what it's going to look like now. So this is why we needed to add that code, reactive target, target. Okay, so go ahead and add this right there, and we can see with this new code debug.log target hit, we're going to we should have some sort of idea what it's going to do. Okay, so get the object hit and stick it into a thing called hit object. Okay, game object hit object equals hit.transform game object. Get component looks in hit target. Okay, so you have this thing say get component. It looks into hit object and it finds out if it's attached to target. Okay, it looks for something that has the reactive target script attached, and if it finds one, it will stick it in target. So if it doesn't find one, nothing goes in target, so target is null. So if target is not equal to null, so if there's actually an object inside there, then we do something. Okay, send a message to the log. So this right here just sends a message to the log down at the bottom. So let's take a look and see what it does. Okay, so we've changed that code and saved it, and then when we run it, now we shoot as normal, right? But if we actually hit the target, so if we're actually on the target and we hit it, then we'll get this code down at the bottom and hit escape. So we'll get this code down at the bottom that says hit the target. Okay, which is a good start, right? That's good, but not exactly what we wanted. Run it when you hit an enemy, you get a log reading that says hit target. It's a good start, but we want the enemy to actually react. Okay, so now we're going to write a script for the target to react when notified. Okay, so we're going to say target.react to hit. So we're going to ask him to do this, but he doesn't know how to do this, right? So let's go to our code. Okay, so we're going to go to our code. We're going to get rid of this debug log. That was a good start. And then we're going to add this code right here, target.react to hit. Now, if we were to run it, it's like, I don't know how to do this. We got to teach it we need to teach the target to react to a hit. So here's what we're going to do next. Okay, we have to teach it how. We asked it to react to hit, now we need to teach it how to. So here, this is going to go into our reactive target script. Okay, so go ahead and type this into your reactive target script. Okay, so let's take a look. What should this do? So basically, we don't want to respond. We want our enemy to respond to being hit with a bullet. What's going on here? So basically, we're starting a coroutine. So why do we need a coroutine instead of a method call? Why do you think that we're doing a coroutine? What is the private IE enumerator part for? You should know that by now. If not, ask me in class. What is this? This.transform. What do you think this is doing? What is this transform.rotate? And what does this yield part do? Okay, answer these questions. If you don't know, ask me in class. I'll tell you. But by this point, you should probably know. Okay, so here's what it should do. So we should have something that looks a little bit like this. If you hit run, you should be able to aim and shoot balls, and then if you actually hit your guy, he falls down and eventually he disappears. Okay, that's what we have so far. Okay, so what do we have so far? So we can now kill our enemies. What do we need? Well, we need smarter enemies. They probably need to move around, either getting away from us or looking for us. So we're going to make, in the next chapter, we're going to make a basic AI. He's going to wander around a little bit.